Hi, this is Jenny and welcome back to my channel. So, how are you guys? I hope you're doing fine and you're safe wherever you are right now. And this is some crazy time that we're living in, and it brings so much anxiety, so much stress, and even uncertainty to most of us. This pandemic has threatened our businesses, job security, financial security, and our global economy. And there seem to be so little that we have control of. And because of this is the reason why it's difficult for us to lead our business, to find solutions to problems, and it's just overwhelming, to be honest. So I'm here with you today to share some of the steps that I've taken for our business, and perhaps this is also something that you can do for your business as well. The first thing that we have to do, or that we have done in our business, is to acknowledge the intensity or the possible effects of this to our business. But at the same time, you also have to have a grasp that this is like a big problem. This We are in the middle of a crisis, and we don't have to know the next steps. We have to take it little by little, one step at a time. I think one mistake that a business leader can do is to deny the impact of this in our business. Some might say that it will get better. Yes, it will get better, but it will get worse before it can get better first. And I think we have to acknowledge the facts, and we have to be truthful to ourselves with the impact of this pandemic to our businesses, to our livelihood, because only then we can have that grasp of the impact. Only then we can find solutions to the problems that we are already facing or we may be facing in the future. I wanted to think on a worst case scenario kind of mind frame, so I am ready. Then if it doesn't come to the worst, then good. But if it does, at least I have some action steps, or at least I know or have a clue of what the next steps I would do for my business. Of course, I believe that having a positive mindset will benefit you, will keep you calm, it will keep you level headed, and of course, perhaps have clarity in the direction to go. But at the same time, don't make it like an excuse to be in denial of the fact of the intensity of what we're going through, of this crisis that we are in the middle of. So another step that we took, and we actually made sure, is to take care of our people. We acknowledge that they are scared that they might lose their jobs. Of course, they are aware that we are not making money during this home quarantine season because we are closed. But at the same time, we also want to make sure that they feel secure. We did not give them guarantee that we are going to keep giving them salaries, but we have to be truthful, and you have to be transparent to your employees, I would suggest, because at the end of the day, what if you can't keep them? What if you can't keep giving them salaries? It would be difficult for them because they have families to feed, they have families relying on them, on their jobs. So be transparent with the steps or with the plans that you have, but at the same time, do not give them guarantees. If you give them guarantees but you can't keep them, it would impact your leadership, it would impact your credibility as well. So I would suggest that instead of giving them guarantees, just be transparent. If you don't know if you need to lay off people, if you need to lay off employees in the next weeks, then you tell them, I don't know, I hope that we will not come to that, but worst comes to worst, we have to think about the survival of the business, because it's the truth of the matter. As much as we wanted to keep them, as much as we wanted to help them, their families, to sustain them during this difficult time, at the same time, we also need to think about how we are going to survive in a business sense. So that's something that you might have to think about. So the next thing that maybe you need to do is to check, how are you responding to this issue? How are you managing the risks, or how are you mitigating the risks? Of course, check yourself how you are. Are you feeling anxious, or how you're feeling about this, what we're in the middle of right now? During the first week, I really had bad anxieties. I woke up trembling. I woke up with really bad palpitations. I think I was consuming so much media. I was consuming so much news. So on the second week, I started to not read any news, come back to normal, because that's my normal. I don't read the news. And at the same time, I snoozed some friends, to be honest, because it wasn't just healthy for me. And I needed to stay healthy during this time because I want to lead good. I want to lead better. I wanted to lead our employees well. So that is something that I did. And if you think that this will help cutting off some news, I still read the news though. I still read like one news every day, and that is my quota. I implemented the quota for myself because I don't want to be, so stressed out that I can no longer function. So, yes, because I'm a mom too, and I needed to be there for my family. If you needed to do that, and check with yourself often. Make sure that you're doubling down on your habits. That's what I actually did, because this time, we don't get to go out, we don't spend time traveling, so I have some extra time staying here at home, and I doubled down on some healthy habits. I meditated. Instead of 5 minutes, I did it for 10-15 minutes at a time. And I also had some good reads. I finally had some time to read some books and garden and do some things that you really enjoy, just to, manage how you are feeling if you're feeling anxious, like what I did during the first week. So, because of that, because of, how I kept myself a little bit more healthier during this time, I was able to find some solutions for our problems, and, negotiated for our rent, and it went well. So I hope that you can also take care of yourself and double down on some healthy habits, and maybe some of the things that you've been putting off, like meditating, you really wanted to, but you were always in a rush in the morning. So this is something perhaps that you can add in your daily habits or your routine. And of course, let's not forget about our customers and our clients. Perhaps you can ask yourself, what products or services do I have that would add value to our customers or clients' lives during this time? What I did was to create a Facebook group for, our clients and our clients in the gym. And that's where we sent them materials, YouTube videos, some articles around the internet that can help them exercise and stay fit, especially during this highly stressful time. For my yoga students, I hosted 2 classes every week. So that is somehow therapeutic to all of us, including me. We shared how we are doing every day, or the things that we were doing to, manage stress, personal stress. So that's how we served our customers and our clients right now. If perhaps you can also be creative, maybe there is something that you can offer, a new product or a new services, an add-on. I saw some restaurant owners that offered, deliveries in their own clusters, so in their own community. So that is perhaps a good way of thinking, and could also potentially be a way for you to make cash during this time. One thing that you can ask yourself that can shift your mindset from scarcity and to abundance is, what does this make possible? Some companies have sent their employees to work from home. Now, if that is something that works for your business, then, you're saving electricity, you're saving office space, and maybe you can operate your business from with employees working from their homes. So there's an opportunity for you. And like I said, are there products and services that perhaps you can open, some new products that you can launch right now, that can also bring in some cash flow during this time? So that's really some of the ideas. And if you are trying to start a business, if you're thinking about starting a business, perhaps you can look at the business that are still opening right now. Some of the things that I can think of are restaurants, can still operate right now. Meat shops are operating, and some of them are offering deliveries. Grocery stores, convenience store, that is something that you can do perhaps. So, have a business that is pandemic proof. So while the pandemic has left us in a very difficult spot, financially, economically, it threatens our health, job security, and all that, we have to also look for the opportunities that it opened up for us. For me, I think this is a good chance for you to, be the leader that you want to be. This is like a test of leadership, you know, a chance for you to define what your leadership is and show it to your team and show your employees how you can lead them. And this could be the most defining moment of your leadership in your business. If you come up with a new product, if you come up with a new service or a value added service for your business, act now. You know, this is the best time to launch something, and don't be scared to still be selling. People are still buying right now. There are still a lot of people who are, you know, selling their stuff, but sadly, of course, there are some people who are shaming them for making money during this time. But every one of us needs, you know, to get by. Every one of us have families to support, so it's okay. People are still buying anyway. People are buying things that they find valuable. So if that product that you're selling, if that service that you're selling will add value to their lives, they will buy that. So you're also helping them in a way. So if you have that idea, launch that today, start that, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, perfection stops us from living our best lives. So I hope that you will take the courage and be brave and start whatever idea that you have right now and put it in front of your customers. That's the end of the video, and I hope that you've learned something from me today. And if there is something that you've learned, I'd love to hear about it. And I'd also love to hear about how your business is doing right now and what is the biggest problem that you're facing in your business right now, and how do you plan in recovering after we are home quarantined. So I'd love to hear from you, and if this is something, you know, that you enjoy, I hope you can consider subscribing to my channel. Again, this is Jenny, helping you lead with joy so you can succeed in business and live the life you truly love. See you again in the next video. Bye!